Hi, guys, and welcome back to Midday Matcha with Livy. Clearly, I am fucking Livy. I have Sissy in the studio today, but she's in the far corner, so just scream if you want to say anything. But she does not want to be on camera or near me. But Sissy does come to most of my studio sessions when she's not being a dumb cunt. Anyways, you guys, as you can tell, this week's episode is I have a way better mood, and that's because I don't give a fuck about the loser that I was just crying about in last week's episode. And I am so excited about that because I really was heartbroken. Mind you, the episodes I think I mentioned are a week prior. So it's like, Sissy, how does that work? Like a week ahead. The episodes are a week ahead. So like you guys saw me in the thick of it, like absolutely miserable, absolutely heartbroken, really going the fuck through it. And like rightfully so. What a loser I was dealing with, you guys. I was dealing with a fucking loser. And I did just get a little bit of fear sensation in my body that he would be listening to this. And I honestly don't give a fuck. That's the one thing about me is that I don't have fucks to give, but I'm feeling a lot better, you guys. I'm feeling a lot happier. He reached out and gave me the absolute ick and was such a fucking asshole. I was like, no chance in hell that do I ever want to even like deal with somebody like that. Like, I'm so good. We're going to keep it moving, keep it pushing. And that is like kind of what inspired the Hot Girl Summer episode. But I do like to do a Hot Girl Summer episode every year, but I'm not done with my week intro. I did get hair extensions. What do we think? What do we think, you guys? I absolutely love them. I'm obsessed with them. Anyways, I decided to do rollers, like the rolling thing, the rolling trend on TikTok. And let me tell you, it did not go well for me. So like the hair is looking a little rough in this week's episode, but that's because I'm trying to be like a hair girl now. And I've like never been a hair girl. So I have to like learn how to be a hair girl. But yeah, I got new extensions. I'm feeling so much better. And I'm really ready to like build my roster. I feel like I don't have an official roster. I want to build Sissy's roster too. And I want us to just go out and do the damn thing. But the reason I'm like mostly making this episode was because last summer I was a depressed, miserable bitch. And that's me being honest. I probably looked like I was living my best fucking life. I wasn't. I was kind of very poor. I was poor, okay? I didn't really have any money to my name. But most importantly, I was fucking with a loser. I had a loser ex-boyfriend that I was on and off with from April until the end of August is when I found him cheating. So like in that time, and then I didn't get my like appropriate hot girl summer because like it was in my sad girl summer. So I wanted to make this episode to encourage everybody to have a hot girl summer, what I think a hot girl summer looks like my personal hot girl summer. I'm getting in my bag. I'm hanging out with my friends. We're going to have a single girl summer. I think every single one of my friends are single. And then, which wasn't the case last year. And then I also want to focus on like my mental health, my mental well-being, and just living the life that I want to live this summer and being so unapologetically myself and so fucking selfish as well. So like, I'm clearly passionate about this topic. So let's just get right into like the hot girl motherfucking summer. Okay. First things first. Wait, you guys, I know YouTube can see this. I have to like scroll, but this is like my guide to a hot girl summer. I almost wish I could have you sit here and it's fine. All right. First things first, you're going to ditch the loser that you're talking to, whoever you're fucking with, whoever you're talking to. Let's say there's a man in your life. And I realized this last week when I shed a couple tears about the loser I was previously seeing, that I was like, I don't ever want to be in a position with a man where I'm crying, where I'm just upset, where I'm not feeling well. I'm not feeling my best. This person is just making me feel shitty about myself and they're bringing me down and not building me up. Like, I don't ever want to be in a position like that ever again. And it took me to shed a couple tears to like realize that like, oh, hey, you felt this way before. This shit isn't worth it. Like, falling in love and like being in love with someone should be fun. The way that Sissy just put on AirPods is so insulting. And you know you did. But I don't ever want to feel like shit, especially from a whack ass man. Like, I'm good. Thank you so much. So these are like the ways that I'm going to go about this summer by not having whack ass men in my life. And just even like people in general too. I don't want whack ass friends in my life. I don't want any of that. So I'm just cutting those people out. Anyone that's making me feel like shit any sort of way, like they're getting cut the fuck out of my life this summer. And I don't care. And that's just that. Like, I think it's so important to be so incredibly selfish this summer and have so many boundaries set in place with the people that you are talking to. But I feel like I get the DM so much that's like, Livy, I'm obsessed with him. I can't stop crying over him. What do I do? You move the fuck on. You break off that situation and you move the fuck on. I don't feel like we should ever be sitting and crying about a man. That just doesn't seem healthy to me whatsoever. Says he tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Anyways, it's a hot girl summer. I wanted to say it's a Livy girl summer.
Did you see the TikTok I sent you?
Yeah.
Last summer.
Sissy sent me a really good TikTok that I want to bring up, and it's called The Last Summer. I don't know the girl's name, so if you know the girl's name, shout out to you, bitch. But where it's called The Last Summer, and I love this so much because it's like the theory is this could be the last summer you're single with like your girlfriends or your guy friends or whoever. Like what if this is the last summer you're single? Act like it. So I really love that thought process, and I really like that a lot. And that's how I know I'm gonna be acting this summer. Like it's the last. What if this is the last summer I'm single? And you too. Sissy's manifesting a soulmate for August.
August, date by November, right before my birthday.
August.
I have told everybody.
August, date by November, by her birthday. Sissy's manifesting her soulmate, and we love that so much. But I love the idea of the last summer, and because that's just so fun. It's like I'm gonna do more, I'm gonna go out more, I'm gonna say yes to things a little bit more. I know, you guys, it is hard to get me out of the house. It is hard to get me out of the house. But I just love my bed so fucking much. But go out more. Do that thing. It's so nice that Sissy's just Snapchatting as I'm fucking recording an episode. The way that we came in here in the beginning and it was like so intense, and now it's just like, fuck it. Whatever. Like the comfortability we have in this studio. Last summer is just, I love that idea. But also I want to go back to talking about getting rid of the people that are making you feel like shit. How do you do it? You genuinely cut them out of your life and you put you first. You put your needs first. It's never easy leaving somebody, and it's never easy leaving something that, even like a situationship or anything like that. That is like not easy whatsoever. But I guarantee you, yourself from 2 months, 3 months, if you're me a week ago, well, thank you so much. Because the less time you spend putting up with bullshit from people, like you're just making so much more energy for good and amazing things to come your fucking way. So like what are we doing? Why are we not like having the time of our lives and fucking these loser men? I mean, fuck these loser men, not don't fuck them, but fuck them. Like they don't deserve your time, your energy, or your tears. Like you will not catch me crying over a man ever again in my life. If a man makes me cry, he's not the fucking man for me. And I think you should live by that too. Because this is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be lighthearted. Your dating is supposed to be like so enjoyable. And when it comes to the point where it's not and you are like in tears, fucking forget it. Like get rid of it. And if this person is constantly making you feel that way, get rid of them, especially with friends too. I've had a lot of friend breakups, and I think the biggest thing I realized this past year, the biggest thing I realized is that my circle matters. Like I have the smallest circle. I have talked about this so many times, but I do have a tiny little circle, with Sissy being the person that is like the closest to me. And then like I interchange everyone else, how close they are to me. I'm not going to lie. And that is so fucking important because the people's energy around you really matters. Like, and I'm going to work on Sissy's energy, but people's energy, there's a lot wrong with your energy. I just want you to be so much, I want you to manifest more. That's about it. That's it. But like we could work on her energy. But the people around you are going to reflect you. And it's like, if you're around negative, miserable people, guess what? You're going to be negative and fucking miserable. So why are you keeping that energy around yourself? Like, why do you want to feel that way? And once you get rid of those people who are making you feel like shit, guess what? You feel so much better, and you allow people who are amazing and great friends to come into your life. Like I had to cut off a whole friend group before I met my friend group that I have now that are like my best friends. These girls will be in my wedding if I have one. And just, yeah, they mean the world to me. And we've been through, not only have we been through such like amazing times together, but they were there during the hard times, which I think is really important to remember. Like, this is so off topic and so random, but I think about this all the time. The people that were there for me when I was experiencing some of the worst times in my life, like losing somebody, like a death or anything like that, those people that can be there for you in that time, but also be there for you during the time that you're at your biggest successes. Like when I hit the million, I need people that can be there for both. And I have people in my life that have proven to me and shown to me that they can be there for both. So you need people in your life who are going to be there through the good or the fucking bad. And if they're I'm not, cut them out. It's a hot girl summer. We're putting ourselves first. We're making boundaries. We're doing what we need to do to live our best life. And it's like a hot girl summer is going to turn into a hot girl lifestyle, and you'll thank me fucking later, bitch. All right, that's what. Oh, Sissy, look. This is why I didn't want to sit here. Cause like I have to reach like this.
The other side.
What other side?
Oh, you don't want it in?
No, I don't want my laptop in.
Okay.
Sorry, it just pisses me off, but it's okay. The next thing that I am going to be like focusing on this summer, and I encourage everyone to be focusing on too, is your mental health. So I don't know why I choked or found that funny. That wasn't funny. But recently, my mental health, I wouldn't say is horrible. Actually, I think it's been pretty good. Besides my OCD, and Sissy can attest to this, I've been touching.
A lot.
I've been touching a lot. I mean, I like woke up at 5 a.m. like, did I really make Sissy touch those light like things yesterday? Those light fixtures? I did.
And then proceeds to touch my elbow. It's always the elbow.
I don't know what it is about an elbow, but I need to touch fucking elbows. I don't know where I got to this point or how that happened, but like it is what it is. Anyways, hot girl summer. Oh yeah, my mental health. That's my main priority this summer, and just staying mentally well. So here are ways that I go about staying mentally staying mentally well and staying good. Number 1, the gym. I love the gym because it just honestly, there's nothing better than being so angry and just sprinting that shit out on a treadmill. Like just having all that anger. I always said this, like I always sprinted my fastest at Barry's when I thought about the man who sexually assaulted me, because that anger just fueled that sprint, and I would hit a 10 on the treadmill every time. And it was like just honestly amazing. But like if you're feeling like a lot of anxiety or just stress in general, there's nothing more than I can recommend than a good gym session, just like sweating it out, taking that anger or that anxiety or whatever you're feeling out. And that could be like a hot girl walk. That could be genuinely anything, but getting up and going is so beneficial for that mental health. So the gym is therapy to me. And that's like why it's an investment to me. Like I spend a decent amount of money to go to the gym I go to, but like it's because it's an investment to me. I also have like fitness goals, I would say. I'm not really the bitch that's like, my body needs to look like this by this time, mainly because I had a raging eating disorder and I don't want that back. So instead of that, I have like little goals that I like. For instance, I'm on a running kick where I like to run long distance now. That's like kind of my thing. I look forward to it. I love a long distance run. So I'm challenging myself physically in the gym. And I realize once I give myself a challenge like that, it makes it easier to go to the gym. Cause like we've all been there in like ruts and shit where I'm like, the last thing I want to do is take my ass to the fucking gym. But there's 2 things I do in that situation. 1, I order cute workout sets. It's so motivating to go to the gym when you have a cute ass workout set on. I'm not even kidding you. It sounds so fucking superficial, but it's so true. Number 2, I drink a lot of coffee to the point where I'm so jittery, and like the only thing I can do is go to the gym to get rid of like the jitters and stuff like that, which I don't know if that's healthy whatsoever, so I don't recommend that, but definitely having a lot of energy helps me in the gym. But I think it's fun to set goals like that, and I don't think it's like, I don't go to the gym because I want my body to look a certain way. I go to the gym because I will be mentally unstable if I don't. And I think that's the most important part of that. So that's one way that I keep my mental health really good. I also fucking love a steam room, okay? A steam room, a sauna, and a cold plunge. I absolutely love that shit. And it's so good in the sense where I love to go in the steam room, literally, kid you not, for 30 minutes, burn my skin off, and you're like sweating. All the endorphins are like releasing, and it's just a lot. And then you go take a cold shower. It feels so fucking good. Also, cold showers in general. I was talking to my best friends because like my disassociation has been really bad. And I don't really understand why the fuck I have disassociation, but it hasn't been its best. And I was telling my friends that, and they were like, okay, cold showers will really help with that. But I've been taking cold showers for months, and I love them. And I'll go in that cold shower and I'll scream. I kid you not, I'll just scream because it's so cold. But it just like releases something in you. Like I don't even know what the fuck it releases, but it feels so good. So I definitely love a steam room, a sauna, and a cold shower for my mental health. Also, like cold showers / cold plunges are known to do really good things for your mental health. I'm not fucking Wikipedia, so I don't know exactly what it does, but I know it does really good things. The iced chai that I get by my studio is like, don't even fuck around. It's so good. Up to a really good run, and then a steam room and a cold shower is really good for my mental. Also, I've been taking vitamins more, which like, I don't know. I just never like, Sissy, do you take vitamins?
What?
Do you take vitamins?
Yeah.
Whatever. Supplements. Yeah, like supplements. I was never that bitch that was like, oh, let me take all these vitamins. But now I've been taking a lot of vitamins and a lot. Do you want to know what I've been taking? Well, I take my probiotic, my oil of oregano. I take D3. I take vitamins. Apparently, that's good for the mental health. D3 is apparently good for the mental health. Fish oil.
I should probably take that again.
You should. And then I take like adrenal support, and then like my little cleanse things that I've been taking. I take all of those. And then at night I take ashwagandha and magnesium.
I want to try ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha.
You don't take vitamin C at night?
Why would I take vitamin C at night?
No, I always have it. I take zinc at night too.
Zinc?
Yeah.
You're not gonna see me take zinc. That shit is horrible. It just like makes me so nauseous every time I take zinc, so I'm like not gonna do that.
That shit hurts. I don't take that.
I think that's like why, anyways. But yes, like vitamins, those things, I think looking into great vitamins for mental health are actually very important too. And don't be afraid of medication, I think is something like actually, I fucking hate the medication I'm on right now and I'm not going to talk about it, but I don't want to get off of it either because I hate getting off of medication. But yeah, I just finding the right medication that works for you too. Whatever you have to do to get your mental health intact, like I definitely recommend doing that. But other things that I love to do for my mental health is like journaling. I do love to journal. And I've realized I only journal when I'm in like a really stressful situation or like someone pissed me off. And I actually really enjoyed that because then I look back and it's like, bitch, the growth is unreal. Like you were just making a journal entry about like the man. I won't even remember this man in 6 months. And it's like, I think about that where literally probably 6 months ago, I made a journal entry about my coworker who like fucked me over. I was like fucking my coworker and we like ended things. And I was like, I'm so sad. I'm so emotional. Like I thought we could have been something, right? 6 months later, I don't even remember what his penis looks like. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a single fuck about that man. So I love a good journal entry, and it doesn't have to be about a man, but just to be like, oh, my mental health is so bad right now. And then you like look back and you're like, wait, I'm doing so good. And you just get to release things that I don't think you even knew were inside of you when you journal and stuff like that. So I do definitely love a journal. Reading, I'm trying to get back into my reading girl era. Fuck with that bitch Colleen Hoover. She's a gem. And then I'm trying to think of like just like good books and shit and just like learning. One of my favorite podcasts ever, and I've said it a million times, is Jay Shetty. I love him so much and I think his podcasts are super informative, and I always recommend the Big Sean episode to everybody. Like go watch the second series of the Big Sean episode of Jay Shetty. What the fuck is so funny? What the fuck is so funny?
It's just Big Sean.
Big Sean. I know, like random. Who would have thought Big Sean is like, no, right? Like, who would have thought Big Sean is like so fucking motivational? I would have never thought. You should actually watch that. And just Jay Shetty's podcast in general. I really, really love that. And just watching like motivational and informative things, because I think Jay Shetty's like spiritual in a way. And like the people he brings on, they talk about manifestation and things like that. And you guys know I eat that shit up. But I just love like an informative podcast. It really just gets my gears going and gets my gears going. So, see, this is like annoying. Also, that is what, not the extensions itching. That is what I do to like keep my mental health good. Also therapy. You guys know I love therapy so much. I think that really helps with my mental health. And if sort of therapy, if you can get in therapy, I know therapy is expensive and it's not accessible to everybody. I'm so aware of that. I would love to figure out a way to change that. I mean, I've done BetterHelp before, but I've also heard bad things about BetterHelp. So, but in general, just like I love therapy. If you're not ready for therapy, that's okay. But I think if you do try therapy out, and I always say this, like you have to shop for your therapist. Like you're not going to find the therapist that you love so much automatically. You're not going to find that immediately. Like I told my best friend, I was like, you have to shop through therapists like you shop through IMG sets, okay? Like you got to try a couple out before you find the one that you love the most. Like I've been through so many, and then the one I have now, I'm like, every time I see her, I'm like, I love you. I literally love you, babe. So yeah. I think those are just great ways to keep your mental health. And if I also think journaling is a really good way if you can't afford therapy or therapy is not where you want to be right now. I think journaling so you can get those thoughts out of your head, I think is the exact same thing that therapy does. The only difference is that you have someone who is clinically approved to give you good advice. God, I'm like hating my hair right now, sis. Anyways, the next thing I am going to be doing during my hot girl summer that I recommend you do too is really love your alone time. I love my alone time a little bit too much. That's exactly why I don't like to go out, because I have the time of my life in my bed with myself, like making my favorite meal, deep cleaning my apartment. Being alone is just something so I genuinely love it so much. So, and I think that surprises people when I say I don't go out much, but it's genuinely because I love to just be in my space, eat a good dinner, watch some, I don't know, Vanderpump Rules. We're on a Vanderpump Rules kick right now, and like watch my show and just relax and go to bed early and wake up early and just feel good. But I am going to try, since it's hot girl summer, I am going to say yes to more things. I am going to go out more, and I am going to do that. But a me night, you guys, okay, so this is what a me night looks like for me. I'll deep clean my apartment, I'll light a candle, I'll light an incense, and then I'll probably either order my favorite food, which is normally just like sushi, or I will make a meal that I really love because I've been really into cooking, kind of. Sissy, fuck you. I didn't want to cook steaks at 9 p.m. You guys, I got Blue Apron accidentally. Sissy said to me, she goes, "You're not a very good cook anymore. Like, you don't cook like you did when you were in Chicago." I have never been so triggered. First of all, I live in New York City with Polly Pocket fucking like kitchens. You know they're Polly Pocket. You live here. You know it's a Polly Pocket kitchen. Anyways, what do you do every Sunday? Yeah, that's what I thought. No, that's what the fuck. Sissy doesn't cook on the weekend. Sorry, I had to fix my contact. It's bothering me. But I don't know. I've just been so insulted because, like, I'm trying to get back into my cooking era. I won't lie. I do hate it. But I'm trying to learn to love it again, okay? Like, a girl can try her fucking hardest, Sissy, without you being so judgmental. But I got Blue Apron on accident. Sissy and I were hungry, and she was like, just make the steaks. Mind you, we got in a fight because she's like, do you even know how to make a steak? And I was already triggered. I was like, Sissy, why don't we'll split up things. Like, you make the steak, I'll make the potatoes. And she's like, do you just like not know how to make a steak? And I was like, I know how to make a fucking steak. Do you know, Brooke this morning was like, do you know how to make steaks? And I was like, why are you asking something like that? But yeah, I know how to make a fucking steak, you guys, but that's what set it off. No, I don't. Actually, I don't know how to make steak really. I know you do something with the pan and you like, okay, Martha fucking Stewart over there. She doesn't even eat steak, and she's like, you basket, and you knew this and this. But I just got so insulted because she's like, you just don't really cook like you used to. And I was like, this bitch. But also, it's like, when you live in New York City, it's like kind of hard because there's a million food places, and it's so hard because you're like, oh my God, I could go be like just getting a Malfadine pasta right now with burrata. But like, or even this morning, like, Brooke and I were in my bed and we were hanging out, and I was like, I'm hungry. She's like, same. I was like, let's order. And so I ordered a really good place though. It was so fucking good. It was $30 for a bowl and a smoothie. On delivery with tip and no discount. No, it's not horrible. It's honestly pretty good. And then, so yeah. Okay, sorry, back to my me night and not us, me, Sissy, and fighting. But yeah, I definitely like to cook a good meal and just, or order, okay, like I said, or I will order sugarfish. And then I like to shower, take all my makeup off, do like one of those deep showers too. And it just feels so fucking good. And then I'll either like read for a little bit or I'll just put Vanderpump Rules on. I go straight to reality TV. And I also just like to just lay in my bed, hang out, laugh a little bit. I think it's the best thing ever. And I just love being by myself, like lighting my candles feels so fucking good. And yeah. So I encourage everyone to have a me night and like be comfortable with being alone. I think that is so important because people who always like need to be with someone and like don't like being alone and stuff like that, I don't think that's healthy. And I think once you're comfortable with your own presence, there's a lot of strength in that, because then you're not going to tolerate whack ass people in your life, because you're like, wait, I love being alone and I don't need these like whack ass people in my life. I don't need to deal with this energy, because like me by myself, I'm all good. I'm okay. I can have my fucking me nights. But yeah, I definitely challenge you to have me nights at least like once a week. But I also challenge you to like go out, say yes more. Because I'm a type of bitch that, like I said, I do not like going out that much. And it has to do with me working, and it has to do with I don't love alcohol. I'm not big on alcohol anymore. I mean, like I used to love a good fun drink, and like now I'm just not at that point in my life. I think I've just outgrown that. But I still want to have like fun nights with my friends and stuff like that, even though they are alcoholics. Um Not really, but they love to drink, and it's hard to be around people who like love to drink, and I'm like, don't love it that much. But I don't know, I just feel like I've kind of grown out of that phase, but I want to get back in that and still have fun, crazy nights with like the people that I love, and just experience and be 23. Like I think I get caught up in the work and the business of everything, and it's like, okay, that's so beneficial and that's so cool, but you're 23 years old, you live in New York City, you have an amazing life with great friends. You should embrace that. Go out more, do those things as well. Okay, the next thing that you're going to do for the summer, and I actually have the perfect person in this room to talk about this. Get in Miss Bag. Get in your motherfucking bag. So, I say this a lot, but when I moved to New York City, I was broke. I had $1,000 to my name. Not great. I had no plan either. But I had previously served. I had previously like served. No, I had previously been a server, so I knew I could just be a server. And so I got a serving job, and then I went to go to a different serving job, and they fired me. And so then I was like unemployed. But here's the thing is, I have financial goals now, and I have I'm very lucky with the income that I am making. But there was a time when I had none of this. Like I did not have any of this whatsoever. And I recommend, if you're like trying to get in Miss Bag, is just work as much as you possibly can, but also like putting away a lot of your paycheck. Like I save most of the money that I make because I like to have a big savings account. So I probably, let's say I get a paycheck, I would probably put 70% into my savings account. And then I'll have the 30% in my checking, and I probably wouldn't want to go over like the 30%. I'm not like a financial expert, please. Like I'm literally not a financial expert. This is just what I do. And I just try and not spend more than what I like. If I'm never going to make a purchase if I can't do it 3 times over. Like let's say I'm buying a designer bag, I'm not going to do that unless I can do it 3 times over. Also, I think I'm just more into experiences than I am to designer bags right now. I just say that I just bought a diesel, but whatever. But I'm also like just not going to do extreme purchases unless I can do them 3 times over. But Sissy has my entire life taught me how to do finances. Like, do you have any financial tips for anyone? I mean, like you heard me talking about finances. Okay. Any financial tips for anyone?
Create a spreadsheet.
Okay, Sissy makes me do this. I do this fucking dumbass Excel thing, and what I do is I do my monthly expenses and then what I normally spend. But what I honestly have Sissy do is I have Sissy go through my expenses, and she just sees everything. So like I just have her really go through everything, and I'm just like, am I spending too much? And she's like, no, you're doing good. Or yeah, why the fuck? And you know what's weird, Sissy? What is my number one expense?
Food.
Whole Foods.
Oh yeah.
Whole Foods specifically.
They rob you.
They rob
You
me.
rob them.
They rob me. They rob me dry. And the thing is, I do my grocery shopping at Trader Joe's. So I don't know how the fuck I spend like literally most of my money at Whole Foods. It's absolutely insane. But to get in Miss Bag, I recommend putting like just working. I think I have a pet peeve when people this gonna sound shitty. Tell me if this sounds shitty. When Sissy, tell me if this sounds shitty. When people complain about like really not having money, but they're not working. They're not like working as much as they could be. Like, let's say you're complaining about money, but you're only working 3 days a week when you could be working like when I need money, I'll work 2 to 3 jobs. I kid you not. Like I will put in the work. You will too. um No, but that's just how I've always been. Where like my pet peeve, if it's someone's like, oh, I'm financially stressed or all these things, it's like, one, make a spreadsheet. Where are your expenses going? Where is your money going? Number two, you have to like work your fucking ass off to get the money that you want. Also, something I'm big on and I believe in is having an abundant mindset when it comes to money. And I think that's what helped me a lot, which it's like, it sounds so hard to do when, especially when you're struggling with your finances, but just be like, I'm going to be okay one day. Like, I'm going to be okay. Money's coming my way. I'm abundant as fuck. Like, I'm naturally abundant. Money loves me. I love money. Like, saying those manifestations and things like that, is so beneficial for your like long term. Like, one of the things that was on my daily affirmation for 2 years was like, I am financially abundant and I am financially like free. Like, I have a lot of financial freedom. And those things were able to come true for me. So like, I really recommend having an abundant mindset in that way, and like talking about things positively, like not even just money, but in general, talking about things positively. Also, you're going to have to come up with like what your summer, what you're excited for this summer, like your personal summer thing, but whatever, because I'll ask you. And then, yeah, that is like what I fully do recommend. That, and just even if you're not able to work, just budgeting your money the best that you can and spending on things that you are necessities. But I really do like to put 70% of my paycheck away into my savings account, and I like to not touch my savings account. I have two different, also like look into like a high yield savings account, which is a savings account where you can make money off of your money, which it has like a little bit, not interest. What is that called? A high yield savings account? What the fuck is that? I know I put my money in there and I can make some profit off of it.
It's a high yield savings account.
Okay, so what does that mean? It's a high yield savings
You know
account.
what they chase? Like you see like the interest.
Yeah.
Sometimes you literally get like 3 cents. When you're in a high yield savings account, you get more, like
Yeah.
5%.
I get a higher percent of like interest in a good way. They're putting like a couple more dollars in my pocket, which I really, really do love. Recommend that. Also, like I pay my credit cards in full for my credit score. That's something
Pay it twice a month.
you should pay it twice a month,
Halfway through.
halfway through. I don't really do that. I just do the whole thing at once, which has been fine for my credit. Like I literally went from the government thought I was dead for a while. I don't even want to talk about it. Like my first credit card, I had a limit of like $200 because they were like, we think she's dead and like she doesn't have a credit score. And now I'm like I worked on that a lot. So yeah, things like that. But just being smart with your money overall and just having an abundant mindset, I kid you not, will do fucking wonders for you. So yeah. And that's a really hard thing to say when you're in like a stressful situation. And I completely get that because I've been there so many fucking times. But the less time I spent worrying about where my next paycheck is coming from, and I spent more time being like, you know what, I'm abundant. It's gonna come to me no matter what. The easier it felt for me, and it just got me through the days a little bit easier, if that makes any sense. All right, we're gonna go into my personal summer goals and like what I'm looking forward to this summer, and then we're gonna do sissies too. I think my biggest one, and this was my biggest goal for 2023, was traveling. So I'll be traveling a lot this summer. I plan to have a European summer. I plan to be gone for almost a month, but we'll see about that. But I will be going. Fuck off, sissy. She's shaking her head. What are you shaking your head at? You don't think I'm gonna want to be gone a month?
No.
You mean iced coffee? Yeah. Whatever. I'm gonna try Europe. I want to do a European summer. I also, like I said, I want to have a roster and I want to date around. I really don't date around that much because, you know, men are whack as shit, but I want to have like a full on roster. It's been a while since the rosters came out and about, but I want to have like a stacked roster. I don't want like a loser on the roster. Like my roster is all going to be men that I would fully wife the fuck up. And I'm just going to have like 6 of them. And I'm just going to okay, realistically 3. 3 of them that I'm just going to rotate through, and then like the other 3 I'll probably just text a lot. But yeah, I'm going to have a strict roster. I don't want to get into anything serious right now. I want to focus on my career. I want to focus on myself. There's so many exciting things that I have coming that I want to really work on, so I'm excited for that. I also want to feel just like genuinely happy. Like I love this feeling that I'm feeling right now. I want to feel that all summer long, and I just want to have like the time of my life, cuz like I just remember last summer being so fucking miserable about my loser ex, and it's like I will not allow myself to feel that whatsoever this summer. So that's what I want to feel. I just want to be genuinely happy. I want to get my finances in order so when it's time for me to like buy or rent next year, I would potentially like to buy a place, but I also, if not, I want to be able to rent like a sick ass apartment and just like, the fuck is that? Anyways, just have like all those finances in order for that, which Sissy will be handling, because like not only is she an assistant, she is a financial person or whatever the fuck. And yeah, so just like get my finances in order. Like I think that's really important to me, just to like make sure I'm spending my money wisely, and that when it's time for me to make big purchases, I can like do things like that. So I'm excited for that. And then also I just want to really embrace where I'm at. I think my life's going to change a lot in the next year, and I'm like so excited for that, and I think amazing things are going to come my way. And but I just want to enjoy where I'm at currently. Like cuz there will be a day that I miss, being where I'm living currently. And because like that's been a big thing for me that I'm ready to move. But I'm going to miss those days. So I just want to be genuinely just like really live in the moment kind of thing. And just with the people that I have with me, you never know who's going to come and go in New York and like anything like that. But, or if I'm going to come and go, like this could be my last summer in New York. You know what? That's what I'm going to look at it like the last summer. It's like this could be my last New York summer. Like I need to make, but what if it was? But what if it was? But what if it was? Anyways, something like that. And yeah, just like really, I am so grateful for where I'm at right now. And I know a lot's coming my way, and I'm so excited for all of that. But I just really want to like bask in everything that I've accomplished this like past year, and just like really live it up and just be like genuinely grateful and just really live in the moment, I think, and be present. But I am grateful. I'm also fucking grateful for everything that came my way. Oh, and then you guys, this is so exciting. By the end of the summer, no, this will probably be in the first of the year. I will have a puppy. I'm going to get a little doggy dog, so I'm excited for a little puppy. I'm gonna name it Livy. No, imagine if I was that fucking crazy and I named a dog after me, which like honestly could see for myself, but. Yes, and then Sissy's only hired part-time right now, but I would love to hire her full-time by the end of the summer for sure. So excited about that. Okay, Sissy, what are your summer goals? Oh, also, I recommend you guys like doing a list like I did. Like, I want to hear your summer goals. Let me know them. I always want to see, even if I don't respond to your DMs, still fucking send them my way. I would love to see, or even comment them below on the YouTube. Like, what the fuck are your summer goals and what are you looking forward to? Okay, your turn, bitch. We don't have all day. We all have things to do.
Travel was on my list.
Travel was on Sissy's list.
I am traveling, so that's nice.
She's going to Ohio.
That's so true, though.
No, you're like, Sissy.
So,
No, because you literally said, Sissy's like, travel was on my list. Like, I want to travel. She's like, which I'm traveling. I said, to Ohio, to
Okay.
Columbus, Ohio.
going to Europe, going to the banks.
Tart Island for my birthday. Imagine it's just a brand deal with me and Tart, and all of us are on the island. Anyways, what else? Sissy wants to travel this summer. Okay, we love that, and she is. She's going to Ohio.
Shout out AP. I don't know. I did write down a list, though.
Okay, well, what the fuck is it?
I think I just want to be out and about more. But, like, I'm always out.
Sissy wants to be out and about more, but she is out, so she has no really clear goals in mind.
Yeah, I'm just kind of, like, day by day.
Day by day, hour by hour,
Yeah.
minute by minute.
I want to read more. I read a lot last summer.
Sissy wants to read more. She read a lot last summer.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, really. You just heard my whole fucking list, and that's what you give the people.
I can maybe build up a roster.
Sissy wants to build up a roster. I want everyone to build up a roster this summer.
I want something toxic.
Toxic? You want something toxic? I can guarantee you right now. I'll send him your way. Go hit your... No, like, I have a list of toxic if you want toxic.
I just don't necessarily, like, attract that. That's just, like, a you thing.
Okay, Sissy said, I don't necessarily attract that. That's just a you thing. Why don't you suck my dick? Anyways, those are like the goals that I have for this summer. And I'm excited. I want to hear everyone's summer goals. And I just want everyone to genuinely have an amazing summer, hot girl summer. Act like it's the last summer. This could be the last summer you're single, the last summer you live in the place that you live. Honestly, I think about that. My last summer in Chicago, I really lived it up because I was like, this is going to be the last time I'm with the people. I know you didn't. And it was miserable for everybody.
I hated it there.
It's just he hated it. But yeah, I mean, I was also leaving my best friend. Oh my God, you did too. Oh my God, you're horrible. But yeah, live it up this summer. I want everyone to be just genuinely happy. I want us to be glowing. I want us to just have like the time of our fucking lives and not cry over whack ass friends or whack ass motherfuckers. Those men, women, they, thems, whoever the fuck that are making you cry, cut them out of your life and put you first because that's what genuinely matters. But that is it for this week's episode. I love you guys so much. YouTube, thank you for watching me look at myself every 5 seconds. And then you guys, thank you so much for all the support. Wherever you're listening, rate the podcast 5 stars and like write a review. But if you like want to, in general, you just feel like a nice person, go on Spotify and because a bitch is, I want to be Spotify exclusive. So rate the podcast 5 stars and leave a bunch of reviews. There's a lot of people that are like Emma Chamberlain, Call Her Daddy. Like that's like those are like 3 to 5 years down the line. That's all that's Spotify exclusive. We'll think about it. But guys, if you want more of me, follow me at She Is Livy on everything. I love every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for the nice DMs. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go for another 10. Yeah. Yeah, fuck off, Sissy. I like Sissy's starving right now and she wants to go. And I'm like, I'll just go for another 10. And also this summer, I want to figure out how to do these extensions.